The African Union has commended the Ethiopian government for releasing senior opposition leaders who've been detained for the last 14 months. They've been detained in connection with the war in parts of that country. The government says the freeing of these leaders is the most significant breakthrough since the conflict broke out in the Tigray region, and that was in November in 2020. Joining us now to discuss the importance of this is Tshwane University of Technology Research Chair for Innovation. That's Professor Mammo Muchie, who's with us via our video link. Prof, thanks for making time. Great to have you on the program. Let's place the significance of this latest development. It's being hailed as a huge breakthrough in this war. Do you agree?
I think what is a problem is that the war is still continuing. On the same day that these people were released, there was also, there was reports saying that the conflict is still going on. So what is not clear is when these people are released, was there any agreement done to make sure that a reconciliation or peaceful path has been opened generally? In other words, are they released based on, all right, as one of the consequences, one of the outputs of the overall ending of the war? Or is this just done while at the same time the war is going on? So it's a bit, a lot of people are a bit confused.
Yeah.
And it's not clear yet exactly what does it mean. In other words, by releasing them, will this have impact on the reconciliation, all right, and creating a real dialogue culture rather than a war culture? Can we get out of that? Is it what we're learning from it, or is just a measure just taken by, I mean, if it's just taken a step, just an action, it may not be giving the right message that we all have been requiring, that this is a war that should never have taken place. It's totally unnecessary. All right? So many people have suffered. You not believe. So many, schools, universities, hospitals, industries, many things have gone. Many people have died. And in all places, you see, it has been, and it's still continuing. It has not stopped.
Sure.
So if this is helping us to stop, in what way has it been arranged to do it, or is it just a step down? These people have been accused, and have they gone to court? Have we also known exactly what they have done? Do we know all that too?
Prof, let me come in there. Apologies
yes.
for interrupting you. Speaking about uncertainty, from your vantage point, what is at the heart of the conflict in the Tigray region, especially for those who aren't following the story closely?
It is, thank you for the important question. What is the reason why this war started? What we had was, there was the Tigray People's Liberation Front. There was the Ethiopian People's Liberation. Okay, also they had EPDRF, they call it. Then they were running it from 1991, all right, to 2018. Over almost 27 years they were together. Then this new group came with Abiy. Abiy came and then what happened? It looks there was competition, power competition between the different factions. The EPDRF was formed of different groups from the Oromo Liberation Front, Amhara, Tigray, all this. They were ethnically divided. So what happened was the dominant group was the Tigray People's Liberation Front. So now what happens is it's the Oromo Liberation Front that is now, it's called OPDA now, or Oromo People's Democratic. That is now trying to be, because Abiy is from Oromo. So what you have is, and he's also a leader of the Oromo, and at the same time Prime Minister. You have the ethnic division still and competition, you see? And then what happens was the TPLF say they don't want to release their power. So they struggle for power. That's where the war started.
Got you.
And then the others say they want the TPLF not to continue with the power. So that is it's a power struggle.
Absolutely.
It's
so
not
in that
for the people of the country.
Sure.
Yeah?
In that contestation then for power, help us then place why the release of these opposition leaders hasn't gone far enough in ending the discord. Why is this particular step simply not enough to end the war?
Yes. The important question is, why is when they released these prisoners, you know, some of them were leaders of the Tigray People's Liberation Front, and then there were others that were also that were not part of it. There was another one called Iskender, but he was more on opposition. He was arrested by the Tigray People's Liberation Front for 5 years. And then there was a guy called Jawar also. He was also Oromo activist also. So we have a number of groups that were all released, including the former Tigray Liberation Front, like Sabahat Nega. People like that were released. Now what we are having is, you released them. Is this release linked to an overall, you see, structure where we say the war is going to end? Is it part of that? In other words, if these people are being released, will the others that are waging the war also have accepted it? This is not clear, because there's no clarity. What it means is, what we don't know is whether this will have an impact in ending this war, or it may even create more confusion. The impression I have is that a lot of people are a bit confused. What is going on? Why could, if there has been an agreement and then a release has been done, that would be accepted. If before an agreement you release them, what influence does it have to create the agreement? That is the challenge now we have. Exactly what's going on is not clear.
Sure.
So, sincerely speaking, it's a lot of us were a bit confused. I just want to let you know that this is just the impression I have, and a lot of the discussions in the social media, everything. A lot of people who have been supporting even the Prime Minister are now saying, what is going on? They are not clear. A lot of Ethiopians also went from the outside. Now they are in the country. They call them 1 million diaspora going. A lot of them are also confused. What's going on?
Sure, yeah.
That's what we're hearing.
Well,
thank you.
In the midst of that uncertainty, one thing is for sure, the world is watching, and in fact, this is a story that's now made international headlines. Thanks for letting us in on what you know so far, and we'll keep making sense of these developments together, I guess, as time progresses. Professor Mammo Muchie is with the Tshwane University of Technology. In fact, he's the head of research for innovation there. Once again, thanks very much indeed.